Excuse me. Awesome. Hey, my name is the Kraken. I'm a content creator and I love Anthem. I've been a big Bioware fan for all of my life, especially a major PC Hudson. Thank you so much at Bioware and leading that you are. I put my faith the record of your. So I'm very excited about Anthem 2.0 and what was written in date a couple days ago was a masterclass and it was great from top to bottom. Thank you. But I believe that there has been a great opportunity overlooked in terms of the current state. I have two suggestions that take little to no time to develop that will solve that, make more money, sustain the player base, be a show of goodwill to the current players, future players, so the first supporters of Anthem. So currently, with Anthem in this stasis to just cycle where it is, there is no aspirational content coming. So with no future content, the only aspirational content is what's left in the game. And what's left in the game is armors, right? The problem is you do not get armors through gameplay. It's at a very slow rate to where, at the worst of it, if you are a hardcore player, content creator like myself, playing Anthem 4 hours a day every day, uh, with if the player count hemorrhages, you could get a armor a month from the in-game means of earning armor. That means one, maybe two armors a month um, in a game that has no more aspirational content coming. No more gear, no more, uh, missions, no more narrative. So what that's going to mean is if you can't easily play the game and get these things, you would have to put more money into a game that is now defunct, right? It's just still in time. And that is not an encouraging reason to play. That's not how I believe we as players or as BioWare define as fun, right? I would love to believe that uh, monetization of these aspects are simply for people who don't have time or would rather give cash than to play the game for whatever their reason is, and not a funneling of people to, regardless of how much you play the game, pay cash. But currently, the problem is you will not be able to play the game in a manner of dedication and earn the only rewards left in the game, which are the armors. You will have to pay cash. And I think that's going to kill off the player base. Even new players coming in, they're going to get up to the end game and they're going to fall off, uh, other than what I'm suggesting. And what I'm suggesting is a grindable method for us to earn coins. So currently, there is no grindable method to earn coins. Coins have a hard stop. And the reason for this, you guys are probably familiar at BioWare why, but that means that it doesn't matter how hard you play the game, you can only earn so many coins. But with a grindable way to earn these coins, now my dedication, my skill, my performance, my gameplay, how I meet the challenges in the game, I can now earn these coins to get these armors. And so that's my first point. We need a grindable way, which I have a suggestion for, to earn coin, which I suggest coins for kills. You kill a grunt, you get 5 coins. You kill the next step above, you get 10. The next step above, you get 15, 20, 25, 50, and then 100 for the biggest enemies in the game. And allow us to grind it out. Um, but to complement that, that means that the store will have to have armors in it that are clearly accessible at any time. And we actually already have that. It looks like at one time that might have been the idea. Iterate that. So if I look here on my Ranger and I go over to appearance, there is a buy tab and there is a helmet that I do not own there. If only these sections were filled completely with the armors, and it seems as if this infrastructure is already set. It seems as if this uh, this is already in place to where they just need to be added to the store, and things are added and subtracted all the time. Just add them here. Let us grind the coins out. If you have to increase the coinage of the items, that's fine because we enjoy playing this game when we are rewarded for our gameplay. But because we cannot earn coins through gameplay in a grindable way, there is no reason for us to grind. The player base will hemorrhage, and I think that it will be unfortunate if we have to stop playing Anthem because the best of the best was left locked in a monetized or even a socially monetized state to where it couldn't be accessed. It was just left locked away, the armors. Unless we pay cash, then we can, of course, have all we want. But with this change, I think there's a few benefits. One, there's little to no dev time required, seemingly. The stores are already here, the items are already in the game. Add them here. Coins are already pop as loot from chest or at the end of an event. I believe just like XP pops, we can have those coins pop, right? I think that takes little to no dev time because of what's already in the game. Balancing, if we're literally just leaving it the way it is, if it's unbalanced, I think that nobody will mind earning a little less coins or a little more coins. The fact that we can earn the coins will a great send off update. Um, it retains current players. Currently, I have my javelins at 960, or they're all in the 900s. I'm maybe waiting on one or two pieces of gear that it doesn't matter if I get it or not. GM3 is a walk in the park solo by myself. So if there is no increase of challenge, like many other games, to mention Warframe, the fashion it's what's left. Um, but there's no way that I am rewarded in the game to where I can work up to that fashion at a rewarding rate. Um, Thus, I'm suggesting this change. With more players comes more money because, hey, some people don't want to have to kill 5,000 enemies to afford a chess piece, right? Or 10,000 enemies to afford a set of arms. Some people have 850. So I think with more players, you have more opportunities to monetize in those ways. And with an open store, that means that they're not just buying one thing at a time. Excuse me, I'm coming over a cold. And you know, I think if this is really how you want to suspend the Anthem 1.0, I think you should suspend it with us having access to what is now the aspirational content of the armors. That will keep us playing. That will encourage people who had the game to come back, because this is what we've been asking for, what we've wanted. Um, the new people will definitely come and play and keep the current players playing, and then the opportunities to monetize with the wider player base will be there. And I think it'll be good faith. Saying that, hey, we tried it this way, it didn't work, but instead of just leaving a mess, we're going to make these last two changes here. And because we know the armors are now the aspirational content, because we aren't creating anything new, and Legos are plenty, so the armors are the last thing. The armors are the end game. We want to give you a reason to play towards that end game of the art. So with that, I wanted to keep this as brief as possible. I'm open to all feedback and conversation. Once again, BioWare, Casey, thank you. I hope the past couple of days have been the greatest days of, other than tomorrow, which I hope will be greater than today. I'm at Anthem 2.0, and please, I want you to stay focused in that direction. But if, as you're walking out of this house that we've been living in, players and developers, first supporters in the development, first supporters in gaming spaces, players, give us keys to the locked doors. Even if you have to hide the keys in the house. If you're moving out, uh, give us keys to the things that we need to continue to enjoy this house and not just waste away in it, because best of the best is locked behind additional money. Yeah, I would think that'll be great. I think it's a win-win for EA, and the bad rap that they get as being a publisher, squeezing people for money. I think this will be a great push against that narrative, same way as Jedi Fallen Order has been a great push against that narrative. I think it'd be great for BioWare, right? Showing that BioWare does have autonomy and free choice under EA, um, and to show that you guys did do all that you could to for us to experience 100% of what Anthem is as is, even though there will be no development going forward. Um, and I think that us players, we will be happy and grateful, uh, because I know a lot of us are feel a little abandoned or very abandoned. Hold the line with had its boot on Anthem's neck for us to hold the line, and we are the ones that are left with nothing. Understandably, but there is something here. Armors are here in the game, and they're the only things that we don't have. Um, and it would be torturous for us to repeat same content that we stuck with for a year, for another year at minimum, if not more, to get that trickled in. I would love to be able to grind for some directly through gameplay, and I think the easiest way is just allow me to earn coins. Thank you so much. I'm the Kraken. Please, you can reach out to me through Reddit. You can reach out through email or through have any feedback or have any kind of conversation. So much. You have